Hello viewers and welcome to the channel. Let's talk cricket. The group stage is just about to start. In Group 1, we have India, Australia, Afghanistan and Bangladesh. Let's review all these 4 teams. What are the chances? Which are the top 2 teams which are likely to go to the semi-finals? Let's find out. It's easy picks, right? It's Australia and India, the 2 tournament favorites, the 2 top title contenders. But here's more to it. Afghanistan, the way they have fought in the group stages, also makes them the contender to go to the semi-finals. I'm not sure whether Afghanistan might go all the way. They might not win the World Cup, but surely they have everything in them to make it to the semi-finals. And Bangladesh. So what happens to this Bangladesh team then? Are they just filling up the gap, or they can be the party spoilers? Because this is the first time Bangladesh has won 3 matches in a T20 World Cup. So this has been so far their best T20 World Cup as per the win records go. So the most important thing in a cricket match is that 22 yards, which actually decides which team is likely to win. The same 22 yards when in Brisbane makes Australia the favorites against a team like India, and when the same 22 yards is in Kolkata or Delhi or Mumbai, India becomes the favorite team against the same opponent, Australia. Although I know in the last 2 tours where India toured Australia, they had beaten Australia in their own home ground. But that's a separate issue. Yes. So let's have a look at the matches and the venues of the matches, which is so critical because some of the grounds have been very low scoring, and when the pitches are not that great for shot making, the lesser teams become stronger. The difference between the stronger and the weaker team is a lot less. That gives the underdog better chance of winning. So if we have a look at the schedule, there are total 4 venues here. What I can see, it's Barbados, Antigua, St. Vincent and St. Lucia. St. Lucia is absolutely belter. It's in Darren Sammy Stadium. It's been always a batting paradise. You can expect a run fest, 200 runs, in that match. Antigua is a very good batting pitch, not as good as St. Lucia, but I think still average score would be 180. Now, what will decide, what will make this group more interesting is the pitches in Barbados, which has been a bit challenging to score runs, and the other one, St. Vincent, where Nepal played both of their matches against South Africa and Bangladesh, which in my opinion were the 2 best matches in this World Cup. So India taking on Afghanistan in Bridgetown, Barbados. Look, it's a tough one. I think this is the most important match for India in this group. It will not be easy. Afghanistan will test India with both their pace attack and spin attack, especially with Rashid Khan in the middle overs. So yeah, they might not let the Indian batsmen get away. And if the Indian bowlers do not bowl with discipline and get Afghanistan to a good start, which we have seen that Afghanistan have all the powers in their top 3. The middle order and lower order, there isn't much there. So if India fail to break the opening partnership early on and they get off to a good start, it might be difficult for India. If Afghanistan happens to beat India, India will be in tremendous pressure, which would mean that they have to win their last match against Australia in a belter batting pitch in St. Lucia. So even if India scores 200 batting first, can they stop Glenn Maxwell, Travis Head, Marcus Stoinis? Yeah, difficult question. So this is very important match for India, the first one tomorrow in Barbados. Okay, looking at the other matches, Australia, Bangladesh, Antigua, it will be a run fest. Australia clear favorites. Then India, Bangladesh, Antigua, it will be again a run fest. You know what? India, Bangladesh, I know India is a lot stronger team than Bangladesh, but when Bangladesh play, there's something in India Bangladesh matches. Somehow the opponent India gets the best of in Bangladesh, you know. In last two occasions, in 2016 World Cup, in the World Cup where India were the host, Bangladesh, they needed 2 runs of 3 balls, and we all know what happened with that Dhoni run out and Mushfiqur Rahim's celebration. That was stupid cricket, right? In the last T20 World Cup in Adelaide, when Bangladesh met India in the group stage, Bangladesh were cruising before the rain interruption. Then obviously there were some controversies. The field was wet, but yet Bangladesh team was kind of forced to get back into the field. They had very easy equation, but they faltered. You know, nice fielding setup from Rohit Sharma, and Captain Shakib. You know, he was gullible. He fell for the trap. But easily Bangladesh could have won both those matches if they had just played that normal cricket. There's no reason that Bangladesh might not get another opportunity, and this time they might make it count, because last time when Bangladesh met India in the Caribbean, we know what happened. That image of Tamim Iqbal stepping down the pitch and hitting Zahir Khan for that big straight six, that's still fresh in the memories of Bangladeshi cricket fans at least. So I think it is a tough group, especially looking at India, because Bangladesh are always an opponent which will challenge India. Afghanistan, they play in a pitch which will favor Afghanistan, and when India play Australia, it's a batting belter. So India has to take each match seriously. They have to make sure that they win the first 2 matches, so that go into that Australia match, with a more relaxed mindset. You don't want to be losing one match and then going in facing Australia to go get into the semis, because Australia will not drop any matches. I can promise you that. Okay. Now, from Australia's point of view, they've got matches in 2 belter pitches. Against India, they play in St. Lucia, which is a batting paradise. Against Bangladesh, they play against Antigua. They can score a lot of runs there as well. It will be very difficult for Bangladeshi bowlers to stop Australia in Antigua. Yes, Australia, I think, again, that match against Afghanistan in St. Vincent. St. Vincent is that pitch where Nepal and Bangladesh, that those low-scoring matches happen. Yes, Australia. It will be tough for Australia to. I think Afghanistan has a very good schedule here, because they've got India in Barbados, they've got Australia in St. Vincent, and then they've got Bangladesh again in St. Vincent. Nice. So of all the Afghanistan matches should be lower scoring matches. These are grounds which have produced lower scoring matches, and which actually falls in Afghanistan's favor. That's why I say that Afghanistan has a very good chance of making into the semi-finals, because they are getting their opponent in the condition that favors them. What about Bangladesh? I don't see much, because Bangladesh would want to play all of their matches like Afghanistan in those low scoring grounds, which is similar to Mirpur. But they're playing their 2 matches in a batting fest wicket against Australia and India. They'll murder Bangladeshi bowling, except Faiz. So Bangladesh take on Afghanistan. That might not be so bad for Bangladesh, because when they take on Afghanistan in St. Vincent, because Afghanistan's bowling is such that Bangladesh actually struggles against Afghanistan bowlers even in good pitches. So they'll struggle in that pitch as well. But what this pitch will do, this pitch will make Bangladeshi bowlers potent. That will make Afghanistan batsmen work very hard for their runs against Bangladeshi bowlers. And one record, Afghanistan started playing in the ICC tournament since 2012, and since then they haven't been able to beat Bangladesh in an ICC event. Yes, Afghanistan, they are a better white ball side than Bangladesh, I believe, currently. But when it comes to ICC tournaments, Bangladesh has always trumped Afghanistan. Much like in the 90s, Pakistan, in terms of skills and ability, were a better team than Azharuddin's India. But India always came on top no matter what against Pakistan in the World Cup. Same goes for Bangladesh. And we might be thinking Bangladesh at best could be a party spoiler. They're really not no contender for semifinals. But guess what? If the matches are low scoring and Bangladesh win their last match against Afghanistan, and say hypothetically a situation comes where Australia has all 3 wins, India has 1 win, Afghanistan 1 win, and Bangladesh 1 win, so that gives Bangladesh an outside chance of going into the semi-finals even by winning 1 matches. But I know that it's just maths, but it's a possibility. It's 2%, but it's you cannot deny it. So, but my cricketing, whatever my understanding is, I think the 2 teams which will go to the semifinals are Australia and India. So that's my brain says, but my heart wants is India and Bangladesh, the 2 teams that I have always supported. Let's see what happens. Only time will say.